Hey, I'm Tim, representing Aalto University's Lighthouse project, Smart Garments for Enhancing Virtual Experiences with Thermal Feedback. Over the past few weeks, we have been refining the design of this garment to make sure to give more consistent haptic feedback. We've also set up a user study where we are testing if different heat and vibration patterns can affect people's emotions. We've created both static and moving heat patterns and are measuring physiological signals such as sweat levels, heart rate, or eye activity. The study is now officially underway, and we are excited to see the results.
Hi, I'm Alexander Kreische from Filmakademie Baden-Württemberg. During the last 2 months, our EMIL Lighthouse project, the VR experience Fate of the Minotaur, has reached some important milestones. We successfully completed filming for Scale Option 1, a non-interactive stereoscopic 180-degree film, over 2 action-packed days in a virtual production process in one of our studios. Meanwhile, we're nearing the finish line with Scale Options 2 and 3, our larger interactive experiences. Option 2 offers single-player and multiplayer modes, while Option 3 adds free roaming capabilities in an 8x8 meter space. We also hosted a fun demo session at Europa Park with participants from the XR-savvy team at Mach 1 who provided us with valuable feedback from their experience perspective. And last but not least, we're excited to announce that Fate of the Minotaur has been nominated for Best Installation at XRC Next Reality Contest, as well as for our REA Award in January 2025. So fingers crossed and Minotaur horns up for some good luck. Thanks for tuning in.
Hi there, my name is Christoph Luttroth. I'm the lead investigator of EMIL at Bath, and it's my pleasure to tell you about our Lighthouse project. We are detecting emotions in real time in virtual reality. So while people are using virtual reality, we're using physiological sensors to measure things like heart rate, pupil size, and skin conductance, and we are combining all these measures to estimate emotions in real time, removing all the noise created by headsets and movements and other factors. And this has recently been highlighted as an excellent innovation by the European Commission's Innovation Radar. And if you would like to try it out yourself or even use it for your own products, please contact me, because we are currently preparing evaluation licenses, and we are very happy to give you an evaluation license if you like. Thank you.
Hi, Paul here from the Full Body Interaction Lab at the UPF node of EMIL. In September, our Lighthouse project, the AR Magic Lantern, made its public debut at an immersive art exhibit here in Barcelona. The exhibition was hosted by the Espronceda Institute of Art and Culture and built by Niall Hill, Rafa Roeder, and our own Fran Macia. It places visitors in the middle of a speculative fiction scenario in which a climate crisis has caused severe drought. As a participant, you join a group of weather scientists in a last-ditch attempt to save humanity. You use the AR Magic Lantern to reveal clues in the surrounding landscape, and then use the clues to solve puzzles on the physical weather control station, resulting in a true mixed reality experience that visitors enjoyed as participants and observers. We're honored that the team incorporated the AR Magic Lantern into their work. If you have an idea for how it could be used in your project, we're interested. Please get in touch. Thanks.
Hello, I am Melvin Roerding from the Vrije team in Amsterdam with an update about project CAPARE. This time a publication alert linked to progress in augmented reality technology. PLOS ONE accepted our paper on the day that Meta demonstrated Orion, highlighting its large augmented reality field of view. This is important as we showed that it improves interaction with nearby holographic objects. In Project CAPARE, we integrated augmented reality cues in our augmented reality exercises. These cues assist people with Parkinson's disease in completing their exercises at home. The increased augmented reality field of view size now enable users to interact with nearby augmented reality cues on the floor in a similar vein as they would interact with real-world cues. That is, without excessive downward-facing head orientation seen with earlier generation of AR glasses.
Hi, I'm Tony Donegan. I'm a clinical research physiotherapist at IDIBAPS in Barcelona, and I want to give you an update on our project XR Pain. So our overall project aim is to develop and test a therapeutic VR application for people with chronic low back pain that they can use independently at home. We are approximately halfway through the clinical trial with over 50 patients recruited. We're also exploring the further development of an AI-driven virtual physiotherapist. Using natural language processing, the physiotherapist will assess the verbal responses of the patient to questioning and combine this information with their movement data to generate responses that give tailored encouragement and advice. Finally, we're collaborating with a team from Aalto University to develop a haptic feedback system to be worn around the low back to help improve the sensation of virtual embodiment, and we're in the preliminary testing stages.
Hello, I'm Adrian from Atlas 5. We're the team building the Shown the Ship Immersive Exhibition FSTP project. Since the last Fast Forward, we've been preparing the project for two major milestones, animation and the playtests, which will be taking place at the end of this month. To prepare for animation, we've blocked out the farm environment inside a simulated virtual room in Unreal Engine. This is where our intro scene, which mirrors the iconic opening from the show, will be taking place. We've also iterated on the design of our main interactive scene, a crowd-controlled obstacle course through the English countryside. And we've built it in a way so that major elements like speed, difficulty, camera placement, and even the main movement mechanics can be adjusted based on the results of our playtests. Once this phase is over, we'll have all we need to start animating and integrating assets. Thank you.
Enter the amusement park full of wonders and fossil industry themed attractions. How about a gas pipeline roller coaster, a freefall oil rig tower, or a big wheel with shovels as cabins, framed by the aesthetic of marvelous antique oil springs. This unique setting will underline the satirical aspect of our game and focuses on the fun of turning that evil amusement park into a source for renewable energy. In addition to the blaster, we implemented two more game mechanics. The so-called solar drops, which drop upon the destruction of enemies, can be collected as a quick energy recharge for the EPEX. Also a revive mechanic, allowing for more multiplayer fun, as friends have to rush for aid to revive knocked out players.
Hi everyone, we're back with updates on coopXscape, our XR game for team development.
This time we are excited to introduce you to Mission 4, the Stationary. In this mission, our explorers arrive at an abandoned space station. The challenge? Rearrange the station's cubic modules to gather the resources needed to continue the journey. In our current prototype, we test the layout and mechanics using placeholder assets. Our goal is to craft a fun, strategic puzzle that truly challenges the team's problem-solving skills. Our design team is busy crafting the space station's look. Let's take a first peek at the exterior and interior designs. There's much more in the works.
If you want to learn more, reach out or stay tuned for updates.
We have implemented an LLM-based digital assistant using speech-to-text and text-to-speech features and researched the best service provider for it. We are also developing a machine learning model to ensure user safety during exercises. For this purpose, we have developed a standalone application for training the AI. Our team has started research on Azure Kinect and is working on an application which records motion capture data. The purpose is to compare Azure Kinect's data with Quest 3 body tracker data. We added a video overview page where one can watch the patient's performance video and the original mocap exercise side by side. Our third minigame has progressed and now has a music mixing feature and engaging visuals. We added more wrist exercises to our mocap library, which are currently in the process of being cleaned and polished.
Our 2-month journey begins with our efforts dedicated to control the diversity of our single-shot generation model. Our implementations, along with some preliminary results, has been submitted as a poster paper at the SIGGRAPH Asia 2024 conference and have been accepted for publication. The conference will be held in Tokyo on the 3rd of December. Next stop would be our initial approach for 3D body motion restyling, where we retrained integrated a state-of-the-art method into our real-time capturing software. The experiment provided valuable feedback for our next steps in this direction. Final stop, our brand new open source repository from where we share our implementations and tools with the 3D animation community. Our goal is to add more material in this repository by the end of the project.
Hi, my name is Ignazi and I am one of the co-founders of broomx. Our project name, IERCEP, Immersive Exergames for Rehabilitation Care in Elderly Population, is aimed to revolutionize rehabilitation and physical exercise among elderly care institutions. The purpose is to create innovative exergames tailored to individuals aged 65 and above, and this exercise will be projected throughout the room. We aim to address 4 crucial areas of recovery: neurorehabilitation, cognitive stimulation, physical exercise, and emotional well-being. For this project, 6 different exergames will be developed and tested in real senior care institutions. After evaluation by industry experts, we will launch a series of marketing actions to promote the implementation of these exergames in senior care institutions.
Hi, we are Crew, and here are some updates on our project Tools for Timon, as we are continuing with the development of several of our tools for the embodied XR performance framework. Chorus lets us easily repeat the animations we want, including live motion capture. It has been tested in situations with performers who were able to interact with their previous avatars, helping to create mystery for the immersants. Spin, another tool in development, turns a VR headset into a broadcasting hub for peripherals like trackers and controllers, relaying them into the multiplayer environment. We are also developing Circa, a tool that lets us record and replay performances for interactive archives. We have been testing and implementing these tools during multiple residencies and performances. We will have upcoming location-based experiences in Kick Festival in Namur, and soon after we'll be in XR Hub in München.
Hi, I'm Anna from SenseGlove, and I'm excited to share our progress on Rembrandt, a new haptic input device for teleoperation. With our product vision in place, we have finalized the program of requirements and the concept design for Project Rembrandt. These documents define the scope of the product, detailing core and auxiliary functionalities, sensing and control systems, production aspects, and integrated safety features. Currently, we are developing one-finger prototypes, focusing on optimizing key hardware components such as linkage systems, motor hub pulleys, and the force feedback sensor. At the same time, we're refining the controller for these prototypes. Additionally, we have begun our initial steps in shaping our branding strategy and setting up mood boards for our product's aesthetics. Stay tuned as we move forward with integrating a functioning prototype of Project Rembrandt with an end effector.
Hello, I'm Professor Ian Visco, founder of the Trans Realities Lab at Design Academy Eindhoven and creator of the XRIT program supported by EMIL.
My job is to investigate and define the user requirements for XRIT and build tools for its creative output.
Currently, I'm working on adding support for OptiTrack, UltraGrid and MetaQuest in the user interface of XRIT.
Currently, I'm stringing together the web of different services we have to support within the system.
I'm currently implementing a monitoring service and investigating how we can make the configuration of XRIT easier on your machine.
I am currently working on enhancing the project's cybersecurity.
I'm currently working on implementing third-party software products in the XRIT backend system, like OptiTrack and UltraGrid.